Hey everyone, um, this is me, Ivan. Um, it's been a great night. I was just making music for around 2 hours, almost 2 hours, making music, um, streaming live on Twitch. I was live on Twitch here from my studio. Look at this. Look how the studio looks like right now in 2023. I was making some music with the MPK 225. Uh, just testing out some weird sounds, some cool stuff actually. Uh, Using the Rodecaster Pro, some pod mics, streaming live with the iPhone 15 as my main camera, iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I've just got this new beauty, the brand new MacBook Pro M3 with the M3 Pro chip, which is it's pretty amazing. Pretty happy with my computer. Like I had the M1 before, and I was already having troubles with the M1 when I wanted to go live on Twitch and play at the same time. Computer started to get very warm for the first time, I gotta say. So that M1 chip is very good, but the M3 is just another level. I mean, it's for my purposes, it's really good. Like it handles 4K video with not a problem. So it's pretty awesome. And I haven't recorded a podcast in a while, actually. I used to just sit down on my studio back in the day and just start talking, recording podcasts just by myself, just telling a whole bunch of stories I don't even remember anymore. Like I used to do these weekly shows at one point in 2020 during the pandemic. Weekly shows to put up a weekly podcast. It's it's a lot of work. You cannot imagine how hard it is. And it was not only the podcast; it was the promotion. I did the. If you go to my Instagram and you scroll down, you will find all my old reels that I made back in the day. I don't think reels were even a thing at that time. Shorts, right? I was making some YouTube shorts, some clips using the phone. I basically started my podcast in 2018 with an iPhone 10. The iPhone 10 was my main tool. And so if you go back to my Instagram, you scroll down, it was a podcast produced with an iPhone 10 in a very remote place in the Amazon rainforest. And that is something pretty cool. I'm proud of myself when it comes to that. Like, yeah, I'm really proud of that. Like it was quite something. And even though my first episodes, I haven't heard them. Of course, the quality is it's pretty bad, right? And I knew that at that time. But for me, it was just I'm kind of pioneering something right here, so I don't care if I just start. I just decided to do it, right? And yeah, I just played for 2 hours on Twitch, and it was fun. And I I don't know what I'm doing. I just decided to start recording a podcast because it's been a long time since I did this. The last time, like, I was just talking to my microphone. My podcast has actually grown over the past years. Like, I have like maybe 40 or 50 people that are constantly listening and following what I'm doing. So thank you to those 40 to 50 people from around the world following this crazy podcast. And I mean, I've been also very busy. I have a goddamn real job to pay all of this. This is not free. Again, look how the studio looks like now. It's pretty cool, right? Recording right now on OBS. So in terms of the nitty gritties and the technical aspects of my podcast, a lot has been done, and I hope you can hear that. And I'm also in a very happy moment in my life. I happen to be very, very lucky over the past years. 2023 was was quite a remarkable year. I'm really into, I'm into computers and tech. So last year, well, actually the last 2 years, it started in 2022 when I just started picking up some computer science courses from Harvard and Stanford and YouTube, all sorts of things. Started making some math, taking some math courses. And I actually completed last year a machine learning specialization at Coursera with Professor Andrew was my professor, my Stanford professor. Sam Altman was one of his students. So I've been learning from the best, if you wanna say so. For little money, I've invested. I mean, like last year, maybe I invested around $1,000 maybe in my education, and it's been a great experience. I've been learning a lot. I've been reading a lot. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts. I'm really into technology, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen in the next couple of years. Like a lot of things are going to change. Again, kind of an. I mean, I've been part of the AI community ever since I can remember. Following all these crazy scientists, Ben Goertzel and a few others, right? Elon Musk, of course. So I was like always part of that, but I never really talk about that. Like in some of my first episodes on the podcast, I did talk to some scientists from MIT and so on, and we discussed artificial intelligence like in 2019 or 2020 a little bit. But it was, even for me at the time, very hard to understand what exactly that is and what is going to be the impact in our world, right? So now it's 2024, and last year ChatGPT came out. This large language models, they pretty much change a lot of things, and I don't want to talk about that right now. Like, this is not an AI podcast today. I have a whole YouTube series on that. You can check out my YouTube channel. It's in Spanish, but I've been talking about AI quite a bit last year. Also recorded a couple of podcasts with some scientists from IBM Research. Dr. Sechi was my guest last year, and I recorded recently another one with a great cybersecurity expert from Spain, a genius, and I haven't edited that one. It's gonna come probably in February. So I have lots to do. I have tons of work. So I wish I could have more time to, like, I have another episode for my YouTube series on the works. It's gonna be up soon. Like, I make these keynote presentations and just record myself talking, just like this right now, but for YouTube. So I think all that it's part of all the things that I'm doing. I mean, there's so much I did last year. It's unbelievable. Machine learning specialization. I took a lot of courses. I went down the rabbit hole in the Microsoft Education learning experience, which is also quite interesting. I'm a Microsoft Innovative Educator expert, an MIEE, Microsoft Innovative Educator expert. That's how the program is called. For all the projects that I have developed at university here where I work. So it was quite a year, and I guess I just wanted to talk right now about that a little bit, since I put everything together tonight. The studio's here and everything. Great setup here to make some music, and wow, I can't believe actually everything that happened last year. It was I could talk for hours actually, but I don't want this podcast to be that long. I just wanted to check in with every single one of you. Now you can also see me. This is something also hard to explain. Like, I always wanted my podcast to be audio only for many reasons. But then I thought, why you just don't start video podcasting, Like my last podcasts with this scientist that I was talking about, those are video podcasts, they are on YouTube too. And my YouTube series is also me talking there in front of the camera. So what a year. I hope all you are also having a wonderful time. It's again kind of a crazy year. Every year is getting crazier and crazier. I have a feeling like I don't know what happened after the pandemic, but every year has come with more challenges. Like right now here in my country, probably if you're listening to, you might have heard for the first time of Ecuador, but not necessarily for good reasons, but because people are killing each other here. We're living in a I'm trying to find a way to describe it, without judging anybody. Imagine we're living the pandemic again. It's like a pandemic, except it's not a virus. It's people killing each other. It's violence, It's corruption. It's a lot of societal issues that I am worried about, certainly. And I don't know what's going to be the outcome of all of this. Like I've been working remotely this week. My daughter can't go to school. She's having virtual classes again because it's dangerous to go outside and be on the streets. Just the idea of telling you this is crazy, right? What the hell is going on, right? What the heck is going on? If you've been following my channel, you've been noticing that I've tried to create this oasis of an oasis of sanity, good times, good fun. Even if it sounds cliche, I have a feeling like what I did tonight, playing on Twitch for a few people, it was the most beautiful thing right now, to do. It was a very useful thing, a very cathartic thing for me, And I just think to myself, why is this happening? Why people can't find their purpose in life? Try to do something they really enjoy to do. I know there is a lack of opportunities for sure. I mean, this happened to be my passion. Just to sit down on a studio and talk on the microphone and make music and produce podcasts is what I truly enjoy and love, editing videos. That is truly my passion, I just enjoy this sincerely, It is my passion to sit down in front of my computer and make music, edit videos, listen to music, stream live, go live, and do all this little goofy things that I've been doing. It means the world to me. It's like my legacy, pretty much. Every single video that I've done, every single reel and track, and my music. So doing this right now on Twitch, I was thinking to myself, like there's so much shit going on out there. And I'm just sitting here and making music, like I felt useful, And I think everybody should start doing something similar, As the world might start getting crazier and crazier, and some advanced technologies might start taking a lot of jobs, and people should start thinking about what they actually want to do with their lives, and how can we help others to get to that point, because I don't know. I just wanted to say that I spread some love tonight on Twitch, and I think that's a good thing to do. And everybody should start doing that more, spreading some love, whatever you're doing, bringing some joy and peace outside, no matter what you do, like this is my way to do that, but there are other ways, certainly. But I think everybody can do that a little bit. We all should do that. Bring some joy and some love, spread some love wherever you can, instead of hating each other. There's so much hate. There's a lot of that. And, I truly hope for the best for my country, for the world, pretty much. I have a 5-year-old daughter, and I guess I want a better world for her. I guess a lot of people want that. Most of people. So, yeah, again, I even though, despite all those crazy things going on and the whole insanity going on around the world, I feel happy, and I feel in a very. This is where I wanted to be, basically. This is how I imagine my life, just like this. Looking at myself, what I'm doing right now, I had a pretty good jam tonight. And I had a very special guest on my Twitch channel tonight. It was a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun, guys. I am having a lot of fun. And it wasn't always like this, like I'm not trying to be I don't know how you call it, toxic positivism or something like that. Like things hadn't been that well in my life, for sure, as everybody else. I went through a lot of things. I haven't really talked about that on my podcast, like just maybe a little bit about my personal life and personal journey. Let me know if you want to know more. Invite me to one of your podcasts. If anybody has a podcast, you want to have a guest. If you don't have a guest on your podcast, send me a DM, invite me, and I can tell all my story. Might be interesting. Um, as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, this is also Shifter Labs Studios. I found it, and I think we can call it an education technology startup. I'm trying to get into the entrepreneurial. I'm trying to become an entrepreneur. Yeah. Big dreams, big goals. But yeah, I mean, I'm an educator, so education is for me key. I mean, I'm tired right now. Like I had a few good ideas that I wanted to share with you. I think most of the ideas that I had, I was able to transmit the message. I don't even know why I decided to do this in English tonight. I don't know. I just feel like I wanted to talk in English. And just let you know that I'm doing good, that everything is pretty awesome in the land of Ivan Cast and Shifter Labs. Well, I think Shifter Labs is now like it's a company, right? So the podcast, it's part of it, and then I'd like to talk about Shifter Labs in another episode for sure when everything is already like I'm working right now on it, on becoming an entrepreneur. I've been taking also tons of courses, and I've been reading a lot, and I pretty much I know what I have to do now. I'm trying to find a technical solution to an educational problem. That is what I'm working on right now. Like invent something. I'm trying to invent something right here, right? So I'm taking it seriously. I'm programming. I've been learning how to program and code. That's why I also pick up this Mac. Should be pretty fine for programming, right? I want to develop a prototype, a technical prototype, and I'm working on it. Yeah, I think I have a co-founder already. A few people I've been talking about. I've been doing networking, So my professional life has been going pretty well, Machine learning specialization. I am doing the deep learning specialization right now. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough, but it's really interesting. And yeah, I'm looking for investors. If you happen to be here and you think this is a good idea to have a lab in the Amazon rainforest where we want to invent and create new things, that's essentially the idea, right? I want to merge nature, education, and technology, in a decentralized environment. Yeah, I think, I mean, the broader picture is big, it's education, pretty much reshape education. That's tough, right? You cannot do it from one day to another. Like I heard somebody saying one time, like it's easier to land a spaceship on Mars than changing the educational system, right? And I think that's true. That's certainly true. But I guess technology and the changes coming in the near future they're gonna be responsible for changing all that. Things are gonna change. I truly believe that a lot of things are gonna radically change for example, education. And I hope for the better, for sure. I think I want to contribute to a positive change in the educational landscape because I truly believe it's necessary. I truly believe a lot of practices are old and outdated, especially when it comes to assessments. You know, there is a lot to do, and I've been working on it. I want to develop theories and basically do science. I've been working at university for the last almost 10 years of my life. I've already have like a 10-year career in education in the academy, university life here. And it's been amazing. I've met a lot of great people, a lot of great scientists here from many countries, Italy, Germany, the US, Spain, great people. And I'm very thankful, I really like the people from my university here. I am directing the language center. I am the language center director, actually. That's what I do for a living, for the ones who are thinking like, what is this guy doing in the Amazon region, right? Streaming every day live on Twitch or what? How he can pay all of that? Well, that's how I pay my bills, I work a lot, guys, everybody. I work 14 to 16 hours a day, actually, to pay my bills. And like I have a very organized day, actually, like 14 to 16 work hours. I spend like 3 hours with my daughter every day. And 1 hour for me, a little bit of exercise sometimes, or at least walking, and the rest is sleeping, I sleep like 6 hours. So that's what is going on. So because of I have a real job, right, that I certainly enjoy, and where I've been developing all my educator skills, I also have this, right, and Shifter Labs, which is my startup, and the studio and the music and all that, right, and the podcast. So a lot, and my YouTube series, and being a dad, right, which is amazing and a wonderful experience. And we can talk about fatherhood in another episode for sure, and more about my life. But I think it was nice talking tonight and just recording a podcast again. I haven't done this in a very long time, so there it is. I'm going to upload this. I don't know who is going to watch this, but if you happen to be here, I think I'm almost half an hour on. Thank you. Leave a message. Let me know what you think. What's going on in your part of the world? Hello world, wherever you are. Just leave a message, and I like to know, like, why are you listening to this? How did you find me and my podcast? Why are you here? Like, do you think is this a good show? Should I keep doing this? Should I keep pursuing my dream of becoming a full-time artist? I guess that's, at the end of the day, like, I love my job. I love education. It's really what I do every day, right? I work towards this goal of make education better and more accessible for everybody, right? And then I founded this, and I've been working towards that, learning a lot and programming and stuff. But at the end of the day, I think I want to be an artist, I don't know if I am one, but I want to spend the rest of my life doing this, just making some music and discovering new sounds and just being the better version of myself every day, you know. I record podcasts and do this from my living room, you know. I'll have a guest. I think I'll have a co-host very soon, and that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great. Looking forward to it. Um, I think that's it. That's it. I don't remember when was the last time that I recorded such a long podcast. Just talking on my microphone in front of my computer, having some fun. I'm tired now. It's pretty late, actually. I should go to bed now, but it was really fun making music for a couple of hours on Twitch. I really enjoyed the streaming experience. It's what I always wanted to do. Uh, I mean, I was doing Periscope back in 2014, you know? That was pretty cool. That was pretty amazing. I remember being in Germany in 2015 and telling my friends, you know, pretty soon you will be able to go live on Facebook and Instagram and so on. And everyone was thinking, no, what are you talking about? You know, why do you want to do that? Now everybody wants to go live, and not everybody, but it's something that people pursue if they want to have a social media presence, right? So I've been doing these little things, you know, experimenting, trying to, like the other day, I was talking to somebody and I just thought, damn, actually what I really really like is like going to very remote places and see what you can do with technology in remote places. How far can you get, you know? So right now with like one thing that I really really want to do, uh, it's like get a van and put some solar panels on it and some batteries and go to very remote places, get some satellite internet, Starlink or something like that, and just go to a very, very far away and somewhere far away and just record there, go live from there, right? That's something I think it's fascinating. It's a fascinating idea for me to go to remote places and be able from those remote places to have internet and electricity and just do a live stream or record a podcast from a very remote place. And I kind of did it in 2018 here in the Amazon, right? So I have a lot of dreams, and unfortunately, those dreams are always very expensive. That's why I need Shifter Labs to uh, become a successful startup. like, just I need just money to do those things, right? You know, like just go on trips and record, and you know, just have a good time. Just have a good time with my daughter. Uh, so yeah, what a year was 2023 again. Like just to think about all the things that I made, that I achieved in that one year. Like I felt like it was more than the last 10 years of my life, almost, you know. So 2024, I guess it's gonna be a great day. I hope Shifter Labs becomes a reality, and I've been working towards. I will be working towards it. Hopefully, I will be able to raise some money, and with that money, this is gonna get bigger and greater, and maybe we'll have a nice headquarters. Like my dream is to have like again I like right now I'm living in an apartment temporarily, but I do want to have a house again, the middle of nowhere, not too far away, but you know, in a very nice green area, you countryside. I want to live in the country and live next to a waterfall and a river. Like I can actually buy that here. It is still possible here in the Amazon region to buy a piece of land with a river and a waterfall. You can buy it. It can become. You can buy your own waterfall, and you can name it. I want to buy a. I like my dream is I want to buy this piece of land with a waterfall and a river. The waterfall is gonna carry my daughter's name, Elena, and and the Shifter Labs headquarters are gonna be there, where we're gonna do science, right? We're gonna develop science there. I'll be very busy discovering the sound of the future, thinking algorithmically to develop new sounds. That's what we are going to do there. But I need your support to make that dream come true, that huge dream. Like, I want to have a state of the art studio. And you know how much money you can spend to making a great studio. That's very, very expensive. So if I ever want to have some money, it's just to spend on all those things. And to make everything sustainable and stuff like that. Solar powered and all those little things. So I'm working towards that big dream. That is probably what I'm gonna spend the rest of my life trying to achieve. That's gonna be. That is gonna be, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what's going on around here. I think this was a great update, and just checking in with you, letting you know what's going on here. And again, I think what we should all do is try to find what makes us happy and some purpose, and spread some love out there. The world needs that. Damn, it's so many things going on, right? So leave a message wherever you are, whatever the part of the world you are in right now, and let me know what you think of the studio, the lighting. Like, I added to this red light right tonight because I was making music. So, but I have actually professional lighting too right now, and beautiful RGB lighting. And yeah, I started talking about the technical details of the studio right now. So I hope you're enjoying the quality. This crazy little video right here. The Shifter Labs here. This is actually neon, but it's not working right now. Let me show you. Hold on a second. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That's great, isn't it? Great lighting. Oh, look. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is Shifter Labs. Welcome to Shifter Labs. This is the podcast, Ivancast Podcast. You can go and check out my website, by the way. It's www.shifterlabs.com. It's only Spanish right now, but you can go and check it out. Lots of generative AI content there. So we can talk about generative AI. We can talk about machine learning here, deep learning. I'm not an expert, but I do know a couple of things. I certainly do know a couple of things. So I'll be happy to share that. Plus, my 50 plus years, 20 plus years actually, goofing around with computers. So for me, it was like I always had this intuition into computers, and kind of I understood everything and was able to follow technology, but wasn't always able to explain, right? Because it's very difficult. Like I had the intuition, and they're easy for me to understand a lot of things, but it was always very hard to explain. So now, right now, I'm able to explain all that. I can explain to you what is a neural network and how does it work. And how do you train computers, and what is this thing that people are talking about right now, artificial intelligence. Like I can do that now, and I might eventually be able to develop my own systems. Right, that's kind of the goal, to develop this prototype, the Shifter Labs prototype, with which we are going to make that big dream come true. The Shifter Labs studios here in the Amazon rainforest, where I will be streaming. And I want to show you how beautiful this is. This is a beautiful place to be. It makes a lot of sense to me right now to live in such a nice area. It's a privilege, actually. Like being able to go out, and just in 10-minute ride you can swim in a river and take a nice walk, hear so many sounds from nature, from animals and so on, the flora and fauna. Pretty I'm pretty goddamn lucky, actually. It's a privilege, but unfortunately, again, as I started saying tonight, this last week it wasn't nice. But I don't really want to talk about that. I just put it in that sense. You can't go outside because people are killing each other, and you might be get in trouble, because you never know who is walking down the street. So yeah, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. I think has been a great update, and a lot of fun, actually. It's actually making some really nice sounds today. This one. So, but if you want to see me playing live, just jamming around, follow me on Twitch. Okay, you should follow me on socials. I normally don't like to ask for followers. But you can go and check out my work. It's everywhere. It's on shifterlabs.com. You can go and check out my YouTube channel. I really like my YouTube channel. It's a very personal thing, my YouTube channel. Like this series that I'm doing, it's called El Reloj de la Singularidad, the Singularity Clock. It's only Spanish, and it's quite personal, actually. I'm very proud of that series, actually. I think it was, again, kind of ahead of the curve in some aspects. And I don't know, maybe someday people will study that series. I don't know. I'm just, most of all, I consider myself just a goofball. I enjoy having fun and just laughing, and being a goofball. Maybe I want to be a stand-up comedian. I think that's maybe the thing that I should start doing and pursuing, like my dream of becoming a stand-up comedian. I should be a stand-up comedian. Yeah, because being an entrepreneur and stuff like that, I think it's exciting and stuff like. But at the same time, sometimes I feel like I'm actually always laughing about that type of people. Like I don't really. I mean, we need entrepreneurs, right? They're necessary for our society. But I actually am on the kind of in the other side. It's for me like now trying to become an entrepreneur and stuff like that. It's like sometimes I also have to laugh at how funny and kind of weird that is. Yeah, like I don't like to take things so serious, you know. So when it's like things like business and it's always so serious and it's making money and stuff. You know, it's I don't know. Maybe I'm just too. Um, I don't know. Maybe I like sarcasm too much or irony. It's like an irony. Again, I just want to be an artist, right? Either a comedian or an artist. So I don't know if artists and comedians are good business people. We will find out with Shifter Labs. I will try to find it out. Um, but I guess it's possible. You know, I have this big dream, so I gotta at least try it. You know, I'm gonna at least try to do that. So I think I'm just chatting around right now. But I just enjoy it so much. You know, I really enjoy sitting here in this peaceful place. My daughter is sleeping. I had a great night, and uh, my Twitch stream was awesome. Was fun, and I had a good company there. Uh, so I'll see you the next time. Have a good one, everybody.